News headline: Military sexual misconduct due to biological wiring. General Tom Lawson tells CBC News. When politics and politicians pretend people and their sex drives are like that of the elk, they are fantasizing people are so easy to lead that once a gender issue has been discussed and rules set down, it will never happen again. World War II proves that thinking wrong. Take a look. All over the world, gangs exist today which adhere to Hitler's narrow thinking about racial supremacy and segregation. Skinheads, Aryan Brotherhood, Flying Dragons, Crips, and Bloods, to name just a few. A person who rises to the top military position probably did so because they are educated and capable of reading trouble's signs. Canada chose its top general, Tom Lawson, because they respected his education and recognized his ability to organize battle strategies by coupling his experience with the pertinent facts, not with public opinion or political correctness. When his approach to the subject of men and women in the military and the problems that ensue led him towards nature's wiring of men and women, why then should those who trust his leadership to protect our country ridicule his words? If he is a true leader, he cannot exclude this wiring factor, because his goal is to solve a problem, not win an election or popularity contest. Politicians, on the other hand, are all about popularity contests and free to say anything they believe could increase their votes, boost their fleeting popularity. The only real value in politically correct statements is that they are a source of cheap fuel for political vehicles. Fantasizing that once a problem is seen, exposed, and debated, it disappears, is only acceptable to those who adhere to politically correct thinking, and especially those politicians who whitewash problems in their hope of gaining votes. Politically thinking Peter Mansbridge, the CBC interviewer of General Lawson, said a couple of times, "But this is 2015. 2015 is not a magical number. It has no special power, nor is the education of yesterday's society a guaranteed immunization against intolerance, drunk driving, sexual abuse in the next generation. My finger pointing is to condemn our antiquated system and the abuse it allows, not the people in the headlines." Politics is all about power, and unfortunately, this need for power stimulates politicians to use, to convert, and discolor important issues into an opportunity for them to maybe gain votes for their party. To hell with the truth. Remember, without a voter-empowering election system, it is 1, impossible for voters to keep their politicians on track, and 2, much too easy for politicians to push society in the wrong direction, because their main goal is always one and the same: winning an election, obtaining power. We must change how we do politics. Good change will adopt a structure that empowers the people. The only change that makes sense under the people empowering umbrella is changing to the Barnes theory of voting and its value vote ballot. Then, regardless how they juggle the votes after they have been counted, proportional representation, STV, single transferable vote, or whatever, the voter input and voter opinion expressed on their value vote ballot remains a force to be reckoned. The Barnes theory of voting is the only system that has the ability to direct, stop, or reverse politicians and governments without having to wait 4 years to vote them out. The value vote ballot and the Barnes theory of voting is also the only safety valve available that equalizes all members of a given democratic society. If true democracy is what you value, then this is the system to adopt. All existing systems in place today are geared for the political party rather than the voter. The Barnes theory of voting is geared for the voter, but assists the government, political parties, and politicians also. It is a fair system for everyone. Thank you for listening. Bill Barnes, author of the Value Vote Ballot and developer of the Barnes theory of voting. It is your tomorrow. Make sure you actually have a voice in it. Demand your government adopts the Barnes theory of voting. I trust tomorrow's democracy if it is placed in your hands today. Have a great day.